Hey everybody, welcome to Steps and Stages. This is Crystal. So good to be with you wherever you are in whatever time zone you're in. If you're just joining us, this is a weekly encouragement vlog. And if you have been watching, not, I always start this off for the people who are new, but if you have been watching, drop a comment below. Let us know, let me know which one of these segments is resonating with you. Let me know if this is something you've been watching. I know there's a lot of people who watch and don't usually comment or like or follow. And if you don't, I want you to also jump over to @LifeStepsAndStages and follow that page as well. But this week we're talking about detangling, and I might say some things that make you not feel special today, but so let me acknowledge that each one of us are unique creations with a specific purpose, and I believe in you wholeheartedly, fully. One of the things I love most is people, and that's how I got into this work of coaching. Prior to that, it was teaching, which are very much similar, right? So if you're wondering, like, would I have a coach? It might be asking the same reason of why would I take a class? Why would I go to school? A lot of the investments that we put into are structural investments that the world has deemed necessary. And sometimes in that, we don't necessarily invest in ourselves. So I digress. The investment is important. But today we want to talk about detangling, okay? So this is not a hair tutorial. This is about the fact that we are all very unique, but we have similar experiences, right? The human experience of death, of life, of sadness, of grief, of love, of purpose, of seeking is very similar in us all. We might go about it differently, but the ways that we pattern ourselves and the things that get layered on top of each other are the things that we have to detangle along the way to either get back to that sense of who we are in a very unique way, or to understand how to move forward out of something that might feel like it's got us all tangled or wound up. So when you think of detangling, I mean, if this were a hair tutorial, or if you are, putting up Christmas decorations, you see a ball of things or pieces or strands that are all clumped together. And when we think about our mind and our heart and our spirit and our purpose, all of those things get tangled up. Right now, some of you are feeling tangled up because you're at home, and in this isolation, you don't get the freedom of being who you are with your coworkers, then being who you are with your kids, and then being who you are with your friends, and being who you are with your partner. And all that gets tangled up. And so when all that gets tangled up, it's a little bit hard to figure out which parts are essential, which parts are character, which parts are values, which parts are things that we've been putting on for other people and are accessories, right? And so I'm going to invite you this week to really think about the time and the space that you're spending together. And if that is tangling you up, I want to challenge you to detangle. Go in and pull out one of those threads this week and say to yourself, is this essential to who I am? Is this a part of that seed that was planted in me, in my consciousness, in my center of light, to know what it is that I'm purposed here to do that no one else can do? And if it's not, then take it and discard it. Because a lot of the detangling process is a part of the unpatterning. We've been patterned to do a lot of things. We've been patterned towards a certain level or a certain perspective on success. We've been patterned towards what certain things look like, what families look like, what women look like, what our job status looks like. But in that, we're really just dampening ourselves or our own perspectives down and congealing them or shaping them and molding them into something that we actually didn't create from our own intuition. So remember that, when you were born, you were given a name. And now that maybe you're in the workforce, you've been labeled you've earned a title. But what's really important is the legacies that we leave, right? You're given a name, you earn a title, you leave a legacy. And in that detangling, I want you to find out what's going to be essential that you leave behind, not in this whole life, but maybe that you leave behind from one job to the next, that you leave behind from one room to the next, that you leave behind from one relationship to the next. And as you detangle all those parts that may be serving you or just may be there to add extra fluff, I know that you'll come up with some essential values that are really core and key to who you are. And out of that, you can step into the next action of living a truly purposeful life that you love. I believe in you. If you want to schedule that strategy call, click up in the bio in the link tree and it'll tell you exactly how to get a strategy session with me. In the midst of serving my individual clients, I do set aside a certain amount of time per week to talk to people about their dreams and to discover the life they would truly love living. So I'd love to talk to you. Have a great day. Steps and stages, detangle, get to the purpose, and be your own essential worker. Bye-bye.